In the previous part, we were writing this dates table, right? We are creating this dates table. And if you remember, we were manually passing the parameter of January 1st, 2021 and December 31st, 2023. That was a manual effort, right? So manually we are creating the dates table. What if you are continuously getting an updated tables and dates are being continuously updated, right? So you can actually make it dynamic. So dynamically setting the start date and end date. How do we do that? We can simply write this as we can pass the parameter using a function called list.minimum. You can see list.minimum, and we can pass that sales order date and list.maximum of sales order date. I'll show you that in a while. So already you have created this dates table, right? Select that dates table. When you select the dates table, you can see something on the top. Okay. So here it's a Power Query function that is showing up. If you closely pay attention, this is what we passed on, right? We passed January 1st, 2021, and we passed December 31st, 2023, and we passed fiscal year 4. There's the same parameter that we have passed in. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass this parameter dynamically by writing a function. Let's say I'll delete this and write list.minimum. And I'm going to pass this sales table order date. Okay. What I've done is I've just written some formula list.minimum and I pass that sales table order date. And I'm going to add a comma. I just passed one parameter. Let's see if it is working fine or not. It's working fine. That means it is calling that list.minimum will call a minimum value from the order sales table order date, right? Sales table order date. And similarly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this same formula. I'm going to paste it here. And I'm going to change this minimum to maximum because here we do not want minimum max. Let's see what happens when I write minimum. Okay, just let us see. We'll get to know. It's a problem, right? It's a wrong. So I don't want that. I want a maximum. I can say maximum. If you remember, maximum date was what? If you remember, we already saw that. It was somewhere around 12th of December, right? That means your date should be ending here. Go to the last date, or maybe if you can see, your table should be ending like 12th. Can you see? It's ending somewhere in the 11th of December 2023. It's not going to 31st December. It's ending at 11th because it is ending just before that one value, right? So if you want something, you can add, can add dates and you can work on that part. But dynamically, we can pass the parameters from here. Okay. So we can also set the dates. Like if you wanted to add +4 days, +5 days, you need to use date function where we can add days to your date. So there's a Power Query function that you need to search. But right now, just remember this part. So slowly, when you jump deep dive into that, you can know some more tricks and tips to get your requirement done. Okay. So this is how we get the dates table dynamically to whatever date. So let's say your sales table is updated automatically. Let's say you get new dates, right? Instead of after 2023, you get into 2024. So automatically the dates will be updated and you need not work on the dates table. Automatically the dates table will be expanding as and when your dates keeping on populating. Okay.